Many people ask me, Antonio, what is introspective hypnosis? What am I supposed to expect from a session or for one of the courses that you offer, either live, online, or in person, right? Let me start by saying that introspective hypnosis is a technique that focuses on the soul. The soul, that our soul, meaning the spirit, in our body is soul, out of the body is the spirit, but it's energy with consciousness. Our soul doesn't understand time. Our soul has occupied other bodies before, and depending on the experience that it had, it might bring symptoms from traumatic events. Let's give this example that I always give, right? We could have lived a life in Egypt 3,000 years ago, but for our soul, that just took place. Our soul doesn't understand time. For our soul, everything is happening now. Now, let's assume that I had a traumatic death in Egypt and I was buried alive. So it's not that for my soul, that just took place. For my soul, that is still taking place because it is an event that was pending, that was interrupted, and I was not able to experience at 3 levels: physical, emotional, and mental. What we say is that part of our soul gets trapped in that experience. And this is why, even though we are occupying a different body now, when we face a similar situation, we're triggered, right? So it is possible that when I get on a plane or on a train or an elevator, my body starts reacting the same way it reacted when I was buried alive in Egypt. Why? Because my soul is remembering. So what is it that introspective hypnosis does? We follow the symptoms, and we follow the symptom looking for the event that originated the symptom. Now, the symptom could be physical, emotional, mental, could be a pattern, could be a behavior where we don't have any control. And when we say it doesn't make sense that I act this way, it doesn't make sense that I react this way because I don't remember experiencing anything similar to this. That this doesn't make sense. The truth is that our soul could be trapped in events that took place a few years ago, during childhood, during our time in the womb, or in a past life. Even during time in the womb, the soul is already making decisions, and those decisions are going to be carried as commands as we're born. What's more, most of the time we recreate our mother's emotional state once we're born, but we don't understand that. When we're born, we forget about it, but the programming has already been done. So using introspective hypnosis, we can find those events and apply different techniques to work with it. For people that took introspective hypnosis and wanted to keep learning additional techniques, I incorporated with the blessing of, introspective hypnosis, I teach it with the blessing of my teacher, Aurelio Mejia. I incorporated a few more techniques than the ones he taught me. But I'm also now teaching with the blessing of my other teacher, Jose Luis Cabuli. I'm teaching the technique called past life therapy. That is not necessarily about past lives. It is about soul entrapment, and it's the same concept, following the symptom to get to the experience that originated. Allow the person to understand what happened, relive the experience, and allow them to complete whatever was pending. So if you want to hear what people has to say about an introspective hypnosis course, again, either online or live online, the material is the same. The experience might be different because in a live setting, when it's in person, like what we do at Both Secure with my friend and colleague Alba Weinman, they get to interact more and we have more activities after the class finishes at 5 in the afternoon. I'm going to share this with you with permission of the ones that are attending a meeting that we had a few days after the class finished, so that they can share about their experience, what they experienced, what they think about the class. And in case you're doubting, in case you're saying, should I take this technique? I already practiced some other techniques. I already know past life regression. Should I learn this? Is this going to be more of the same? I want you to listen to it by yourself and get to that conclusion yourself. So again, thank you for watching this video. And here are the comments and feedback that people made about the class. Take care.
I've been following hypnosis, or at least both of you, for a while now. And so when I realized that I wanted to do this, not just get hypnotized, but actually do this and help other folks, and actually going to the class and completing the entire course, just coming back home and absorbing all of the information. I thought I didn't absorb enough, but then I started talking about it and I realized that I absorbed a lot more than I thought I did. And so, I started to buy the spirits book and all the other books as well. So I'm studying right now, but I've absorbed a lot of information. And so my first session is coming up on Saturday, and I'm really excited to, implement the tools that I've learned. So just organizing everything. So yeah, I feel like this was a really good class and I learned a lot. So you both were very thorough in everything that you taught us, and I really appreciate that. So, and of course the group was really amazing as well. So I appreciate every single one of you.
I just want to say thank you both so much. The experience was just amazing. I probably can't even think of all the words to put together to really describe just how impactful that 7 days was. I feel like, well, number one, it was extremely organized. It was very detailed. The way that you teach, Antonio, is like this is your gift. This, in addition to hypnosis, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's so evident because you're a great teacher. I was expecting at a very minimum to just get the basics of what I need to know in order to facilitate a session. But I received so much more than that. And honestly, I would have paid more. If I had known what I was going to get by the end, I would have paid more, because it was just amazing, from the people to both of you, amazing teachers. To the environment. Obviously for me, I only had to travel like 30 minutes, so that was a plus. But outside of that, it was beautiful. The facility, amazing. I feel like I have what I need in order to be the best hypnosis practitioner that I can be, just with these tools alone. I do plan on taking the past life therapy eventually.
Great.
But even just with what I have now, it's just so amazing. Through doing some practice sessions, I realized how much of my intuition was kicking in, which was amazing, because not only did I have the techniques and the tools and everything, and someone said that, I think I had forgotten everything. And then as I was doing a session, things were just kind of coming to me. And that was amazing. I was like, dang, my spiritual gifts are kicking in on top of what I know. So that was great. I could probably go on for just a while. I would encourage anyone who is interested in getting into hypnosis to learn this technique, because this technique allows us to go deep, very deep, with people. And that's exciting because, like JP said, I feel like a superhero. I feel like this is so dope that I get to help people in this way.
Sessions. As far as the class goes, it did exceed my expectations. I went into that with a very open mind, but I didn't know how much we actually can do with this technique. And so just to see how far we could go with it, and just to see that happening in front of our eyes, was absolutely amazing to me. And everybody who talked about it, I am forever grateful for the WhatsApp group, because I've learned so much from every single one of you who has been posting. Just sharing those ideas and the feedback, and just the encouragement, saying, you know what, you got this. Or if I have a question, I get answers immediately. So because everybody's super intuitive in the group, everybody just uses their experience and love. It's been amazing.
Yes. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I think it was just amazing. It was much, much above any expectations. I did not have any expectations. I did not even know why I'm doing this in the first place, but I just knew that I'm meant to be there. And it felt just the right thing and the right timing in my life to be receiving this very sacred training. And it felt like intuitive given my shamanic background, maybe not just in this lifetime, but in the past lifetimes as a healer. It just felt very intuitive that I had the templates within me, whether it was the conscious or subconscious layers of my mind, that everything was intuitively like just falling into place. And observing Antonio and looking at the videos, we got some really practical wisdom about how to navigate these sessions.
Let's continue with JP.
Thank you.
So my expectations for this course were pretty high because I was going to be mentoring under two rock stars. I mean, I've watched Antonio and Alba's hundreds of their sessions, marinated, taken so many mental notes that I just knew that I was going to take their course and study under them one day. So it's, for me, it's a badge of honor, to say that these two are my mentors, and they're going to be mentioned on my website. So, but I also knew I manifested, like I knew it was going to be an amazing experience. I had no doubt, and it happened. I met so many wonderful light workers in this group. My whole life, I've been a really good listener, but now I feel more like an empowered listener because the physical, emotional, mental, what has been the most difficult moment forces you to listen, like really actively. So that's been great. And I already know that this is my calling. I'm going to be doing this for the next several decades. I already know I'm going to take past life therapy, in the future.
Awesome.
I'd love to do like Peru next year, I know that's going to happen. Maybe next year, I don't know.
Yeah, get ready for it's going to be March, March next year.
Okay.
I need to,
So much I feel like we're all superheroes that we get to do this for a living. Like, how freaking cool is it what we do?
Yep.
Like it's amazing. So yeah, I mean, I already knew it was going to be an amazing experience. I feel so honored and blessed that I have two amazing mentors, that, this is an amazing group of light workers, that hopefully I'll be working with, in the future. And, yeah, it's the early stages, of the whole thing.
Hi, everyone. So good to see you all. And it was such a different experience compared to the online, being able to interact, even in the morning, getting up, taking an early morning walk at 6 or so and running into different people. It just, I want to say how much I appreciated how much everyone brought to the class, trusting one another and allowing themselves to be so vulnerable. We have this, we're taught, body heal thyself, that our body doesn't sit and try to heal all the little scrapes and all that. And I think, why is it that the soul doesn't heal itself? Why are you? So this is like a really big, aha kind of question for me that I'm like really pondering, like, why is it that we can't just heal that, So, I mean, that's not like something I really expect to get a direct answer, but it's kind of what I'm sitting with and going, wow, if you could take it from this work to teach self-healing in this, because there's so much, I think, going on in the world right now that's going to require some like major healing. So I just want to say thank you. It was freaking amazing. And yeah, the last day I woke up, I think at 5 a.m, I signed up for the retreat in September. I'm like,
thank you, Antonio. Thank you, Alba. And I'm very appreciative of everyone. And thank you for the whole family that are here now. So I'm grateful. But really, I didn't have any expectation when I attended Introspective Hypnosis class. I have zero knowledge about it. Really, I just kind of I felt like I was kind of like put in a fire. That's how I felt but I was just like dumped in there with just I didn't even watch Alba's video yet. I don't even know Antonio. JP was like, hey, I'm just going to take you along with me, right? And so I'm here, but I am just I don't want to use the word overwhelmed, but it was just a magnificent retreat. For me, I love how the structure of the class were, from the morning class, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner is amazing, by the way. That's my favorite.
Yep, that was really good.
So, but the structure and the flow is amazing. In the evening, we do the meditations and the system that you had, Alba, that was
Yeah, North Star. Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Yes. And so I guess I didn't expect those things, in a class. I thought it was just purely academic. We're just going to go in, have our coffee on the table, have our books. But no, it was like, it's like a very interactive, very lively class where they literally put you in a session there and learn it in there. And so that's what I love. It's that live training. So they really use the word live. It's really live.
Yeah.
Like when they say live training, it's just like live one-on-one in person, but no, this is live. Like you go in the fire.
So it's not like you're an observer there, you're part of it, you're
Correct.
interacting,
Right. And that's what I love about this class. It's like you're really part of it, and you get doused with a lot of information, and the question is already being asked and answered there, right there and then. So the experience, I believe for me, this class is the experience. That's what I love. It's the experience. And I'm the type of person that loves to learn through experience.
Yeah.
And so this was really perfect for me in that sense. And also, I don't know, like it felt like Alba's, intuitive knowledge about how to work with the heart and the soul, and also Antonio's ability to also put this class together with heart. It really connected with me, because I've been trying to find a way, like how can I connect both, and so you together kind of like demonstrated that to me. So I'm able to like, okay, I can make myself whole in that sense. And so I'm grateful for that, because now I have a better way of how I can imagine my practice is going to be, as a whole system, and so I'm truly, truly grateful for that.
Awesome.
Especially with
Thank
the
you.
aspect of the soul. And that to me was my biggest one. That's why, I'm very big proponent of the soul and healing the soul, or at least merging with the soul. And so I don't want to cry, but that's really.
So you can go ahead and cry.
Yeah.
Allow your body to do anything it wants to do.
That's what my soul wants to do, just like so but I just want to express my gratitude to both of you, really, really.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you.
Thank you.